What is the most disgusting thing you did willingly? Story 1. I was 18. I was at the PCP's having some tests ran. I was complaining of some stomach issues and they wanted a stool sample. I was handed a small cup and they said just push a little out, they didn't need much. They handed me a paper plate and on top was a cup, the top of the cup, a stool softener and gloves. I sat and waited until finally I felt something. What came out of me can only be described as a tree trunk coming out of my ass. It unfortunately pushed the cup out of my hand due to its weight and went into toilet. The weight of the cup with the turd splashed water all the up to my neck. I flipped out. WTF do I do? Out of all the logical ways to handle this situation, I grabbed the turd and put it on the paper plate. I grabbed the cup and threw it away because it was dirty and fell in toilet. I stared at the medium rare tomahawk turd that I produced. Do I split it? That question just never made its way into my brain. I walked out the bathroom holding a paper plate with a turd on it and placed it on the checkout counter. I cannot describe the poor girl's face of horror. I explained the situation holding back tears from the anxiety attack I was having, but it looked like I was laughing. The DR came out, grabbed the plate and must have sliced and diced it into the office. No words were exchanged. I left. I got a call later in the week with good news that I was healthy but to please to find another PCP. Story 2. I was on a Boy Scout camp out and this kid kept hitting me with his bamboo stick, so I broke it in half and threw it away. He then decided to spit in my eye, so I proceeded to steal his bag of peanuts while he wasn't looking and filled the bag with my pee. I let it soak for a bit, then poured the pee out and I let the bag dry in the sun for the rest of the day. The next morning I placed the bag back in his tent and watched him eat the whole bag. He periodically looked at the peanuts a little confused, but he ate the whole bag of like 30 plus of them. It was excellent revenge. Story 3. In 3rd grade, a girl I had a crush on offered me a cool mechanical pencil in class if I dragged my tongue across the entire classroom floor. I did it twice and she didn't give it to me. She also didn't date me when I asked her out. I guess I was down bad in 3rd grade. Story 4. When I was 6 or 7, I was staying the night at a friend's house and had explosive diarrhea in the middle of the night. Only after finishing and trying to flush, I remembered his parents telling me not to use that toilet as it was out of order. I then spent the next 30 to 40 minutes slowly scooping the liquid shit out of the toilet that wouldn't flush, with my bare hands, into the trash can. Then I washed my hands thoroughly and went back to bed. His parents found the diarrhea-filled trash can the next morning, no doubt by the smell, and had a stern but heartfelt talk with me. That was almost 30 years ago and I'm still disgusted by it. Story 5. Disgusting in the why would you do that way, but I am ashamed and embarrassed about this and no people will think this is fucked, but here goes. When I was 15, a very, very horny teenager, I was watching a film with my dad, lying down. A hot woman was on the screen and I got an erection. I had my hands down my pants and I started having a wank. I thought I was being subtle, I didn't think he would notice, but I was right next to him. He just said, "What are you doing down there?" in a tone that translated as, "Why are you doing that? Stop." I obviously stopped. I said nothing. I tried to come up with an excuse like I was scratching my balls or anything, but like it was so obvious that Jay had nothing and said nothing. This is the most embarrassing moment of my life and I am telling it here because I will take it to the grave. I will never tell anyone about this. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to notifications for new incredible stories.